Hey folks, Juan here, some gadget guy, somegadgetguy.com. About a month ago, I reviewed RAVPower's Power Bank, a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, good enough to charge your iPads or multiple devices. It has 2 USB ports, and I've really been liking it. It's been on a number of different trips and film sets and work outings that I've needed to do, and it's been coming in clutch for this last month. Well, RAVPower was kind enough to send me their updated power bank, which now features a 14,000 milliamp hour cell, and I decided it was time to take a look at it. Of course, I don't much care about unboxings, so we can get rid of that right now. That flung a little farther than I intended it to. And we can take a look at the new RAVPower Power Bank. Helpfully, there are 2 USB ports to charge devices off of, and they are labeled again. I like this touch that there is a 1 amp output and a 2 amp output, so that you know you probably want to connect a phone to the 1 amp and a tablet to the 2 amp if you have to charge 2 devices at the same time. Now, many of our phones will properly respond to a 2 amp charge, so especially if you're trying to look for some kind of quick charge capability and you only need to recharge 1 device, go ahead and pop your phone onto that 2 amp and it should charge much faster. Happily, this thing holds on to charge for a wonderfully long time, just like its little brother. So you charge it up, you leave it in a drawer, you go and check on it 2 weeks later, there's still gonna be a tremendous amount of battery charging capacity left on this thing. It's not like some of those older large batteries where the charge would dissipate really, really quickly. And just from a design standpoint, I have to throw a thumbs up to RAVPower. I'm not a huge fan of glossy plastic on any kind of technology device. Playing with their previous power brick, I was always kind of bummed by the fingerprints and smudges left on the glossy exterior. And honestly, matte finish just feels so much better in the hand as far as I'm concerned. A series of LEDs on the front face will tell you how much charge you have left. Again, when we're talking about battery bricks this large, 10,000, 14,000 milliamp hours, you start running into some time issues with how long they take to recharge, especially the last 20%. Recharging the last 20% on any kind of portable battery solution, even on your own phone and tablet batteries, is usually the longest period of time it takes to fully top off. I routinely leave the house with these guys only at 75 to 80% charge, and there's still plenty of capacity on board to make it through multiple devices throughout entire days worth of use. And that extra capacity does come with an increase in bulk. Thankfully, it's not much thicker than its little brother, but it is taller and wider. Now, one pro/con on this new RAVPower, the original RAVPower that I reviewed came with 2 springy micro USB cables, which is great for most devices like Androids, Windows phones, Android tablets. You're probably gonna need a micro USB cable. And heck, these things charge off of micro USB cables. In trying to make this power bank a little bit more flexible, RAVPower has now moved to a modular cable system. So each springy cable has a head with a connector on it, and they supply a number of different tips for that connector. So if you have devices that charge off of a mini USB connector, an Apple 30-pin dock connector, I have no idea what this is, or a micro USB connector, you can charge a number of different devices, but it only comes with 1 micro USB head. And while RAVPower's been very generous with the number of different connectors that they include in the box, I do think it's kind of a bummer that you don't get at least 2 of these. And lastly, as this is a proper update over the previous power brick, in technology land, how do you improve a gadget that's already pretty good? Well, you can add a flashlight to it. It's kind of like a Portlandia version of technology upgrading. Hey, that's a pretty rad battery you got there. You know what would make it better? Throw a flashlight on it. The 10,000 milliamp hour RAVPower was a pretty affordable buy. I think you can still find them on Amazon for around $35. A 40% increase in battery capacity is only going to run you another $10. Looking this thing up right now on Amazon, I was able to find these for around $42, $43. So you're not looking at much of a financial commitment to try one of these out. And I've been using this one for a couple weeks now with no funkiness that I can report on. So folks, if you're looking to radically increase your runtime on tablets, phones, other portable devices that need battery and juice and can be powered off of a USB port, I'd recommend checking out RAVPower.com. Go get the full scoop, and I'll leave links below this video just so you can get the full hookup. As always, folks, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next review. Throw a flashlight on it.